It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Uses the stiff arm, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Watson. Fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. That's complete to John Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first and 10, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds, so this will go only as incomplete. To throw once more on second and 10, Mills. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s. And
he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
The numbers for Cooks in that game last week: 6 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mills on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. We're scoreless after 1.
That's it, baby. We got work.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down at 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Gay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mills. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mills to throw it. And Cooks has it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun, here's Mills. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. On the ground, it's Mack. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And McManus able to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Throwing, Mills. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. It's caught. Tolbert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First down, Mills. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Final play of the half, Mills. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans as they'll square off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Green Bay Packers. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Texans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on second down, Mills. He's going to let it go again, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Houston. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, Mills. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, Mills. They'll go screen here to Hunt. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Here's Mills. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Again, it's Mills. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? Would he break a couple of tackles? I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Cleveland offense making their way out. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So that challenge, a successful one. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They run again with Hunt. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Hunt. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw is Mills. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because... And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Houston. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run with Hunt. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Mills. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. 3rd and goal, Mills. And he's got Jordan complete right side. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, they were successful in one sense. They completed the pass, but still leads them to a tough 4th down situation, doesn't it?
It does, and the deficit more than 3 here at a 1-score game. So the field goal, not their ideal situation. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right, except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They go with Chubb on second down. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
We got this.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down. Here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for Cleveland.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mills on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working out of the gun, Mills. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A first down throw for Mills. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. From the 30 on second down, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And these guys certainly...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. The Browns on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To the air yet again, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, they set up the screen to Chubb. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Houston's offense taking over again, and it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mills on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back out in the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They don't want it, boys.
2nd and short now following the fumble. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here's Mills and the Texans. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:50 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. On 1st and 10, Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times